Hello everyone and welcome to Crypto Night, the crypto investor channel. I'm Boris, so let's dive in. I'm with Colton. Hello Colton.
Hey Boris, welcome back to the Kryptonite channel, everyone.
All right, so today we're going to talk about Celsius a little bit. There's been some FUD around Celsius over the past few weeks. What we see here is some weekly statistics. Now that was back in May, so it's about a month old now. But as we can see, the outflow was huge. It was over $1 billion outflow with an inflow, new money coming in slightly right under $400 million. So that's a pretty big difference, 1.115 or 1.1, so about $700 million, $754 million negative money going out of Celsius. So it got people concerned. And if we look at the price of their token over, let's say, 30 days, we see a major drop. It was around $2 a month ago, and it dropped all the way down to about 60 something cents. Even here, it was like 50 cents roughly. Now it's back up a little bit at 76, you know, so over the last, let's say 14 days, we see that we had the drop all the way down here to about 50 cents, and now it's back at 76. Maybe some of the FUD going away a little bit. Alex Majensky, who's the CEO of Celsius, has been going around to a few different platforms to reassure people, you know, that this was mainly done by some of their competitors that are trying to create FUD so that they would leave Celsius to go to other platforms. It's very difficult to know, you know, who's telling the truth, who's lying. Some people are saying that Celsius is lending money way too much to too many people, that they are kind of overdoing it and taking large risks. So it's difficult to know. Definitely, this is not a good number. We saw what happened with Terra Luna not too long ago. When people start fleeing, it could be very bad, especially if there is like kind of a run for the bank. So we have to be very careful. It's, you know, Celsius, for those who are, I think most people know who Celsius is, but some people may not be extremely familiar. Basically, it's a platform where you can stake your coins, and they will pay you different rewards, and they have some of the best rewards you can get. They pay weekly, very easy to use, very user friendly, but unfortunately there's always risks, because for them to pay you, you know, those type of returns, you know, like Synthetics at almost 19%, DOT at 12%, Matic at like 9.5%, AVAX at 753, and so on and so forth. And you see, you know, you go down the list. The problem is that for them to be able to pay you those kind of returns, they have to lend the money to other people. And if they put themselves in a bad situation, and for some reason they can't recoup the money because market drops too quickly, it's supposed to sell the coins to get the money back, but in a market that's in a free fall, that may not be possible.
Yeah.
So there are always risks. Now, Majensky is talking about the fact that some people, they also have risks whenever they use their own wallet, like a Ledger or a hot wallet like Trust or Atomic, or any other hot wallet that are out there, because sometimes people lose their keys, they don't know what happened, and then they lose their coins, basically. He's saying that at least with Celsius, that does not happen, because they have different mechanisms using your email, you know, different KYC verification systems to get you back into your account so that you would never lose your keys. And on the top of it, you're going to win some nice rewards, but there's always risks. So first of all, do I believe that Celsius is in any danger? When there is smoke, I tend to believe that there is fire. So there could be some truth to what is out there. I don't think necessarily they are the most risky platform out there, because it's great, take your money out of Celsius and you're like, well, I still want to earn some rewards, so I'm going to stake it somewhere else, and that somewhere else might be even more dangerous than Celsius. So just be aware that whenever you're staking, there are risks that are coming with those staking rewards. Now, what could be always a good idea is to try to spread your money among a few different staking platforms. Instead of putting it all on Celsius, maybe you're putting, 10-20% of your money on Celsius, and then you go find a few other staking places. Plus, on the top of that, you might find some staking place where the reward might be better for a certain coin. So depending on where you go, you see that they're paying you, for instance, if I take Aave, they pay you 637, but right now it's if you get paid in Cell, which is not necessarily what you want. But if you want in-kind rewards, meaning they're going to pay you in Aave, they're going to pay you 487. Well, I already have moved. I used to have some Aave on Celsius. I moved it to Swissborg because they gave you 7%. So it might be anyway a better idea to move and have a few different staking platforms in case one goes down. The other thing you can do to prepare in case of a problem and you need to quickly move your coins, whenever you register a new address, let's say you want to retrieve your Aave coins and you want to send them to another platform, if you've never done it, you need to register the address, and it takes 24 hours for that address to get registered. Once it is registered, then you can transfer pretty much immediately. The other thing you need to be aware of, Celsius has a safety mechanism. If you want to retrieve money from Celsius, you're going to have to sometimes do a little bit of work, such as recording a video of yourself to say that you want to move your coins. It really depends on how much you're transferring. If you're transferring $1,000, $5,000, they're probably not going to ask for anything. They're just going to transfer the coins. If it is a little bit more substantial, $30,000, $50,000, $100,000, they're going to ask for some verification just to be safe. So it's very, very difficult to know exactly what's going on. But yeah, probably you can, if you have a lot of Celsius exposure, you might want to maybe leave the coins that make you the most and then move some of the others to other staking platforms just for safety. Overall, they've been quite a bit of money come last year. They raised $750 million from investors. Technically, they should be okay, but who knows? Sometimes, we saw Terra Luna once again had a lot of money and burned through most of it and to try to save UST, and unfortunately, that didn't do too well. Be careful with this. Be careful with Celsius. I don't think that they are in major trouble. Some people have decided to take their money out, and they say if they survive and if things get better in a few months, I may put some of my money back into Celsius. The other thing is, for non-accredited investors, that is not Celsius's fault, but it is regulations in the US. They are basically not able to really earn much of anything anymore. You have to be an accredited investor. An accredited investor is somebody who has an income of more than $200,000 a year or a net worth over $1 million. So if you're not accredited investors right now, you're not really making money on your Celsius account in the US, unless you put money in before the regulation entered, got into motion, and get voted. It was about 1 to 2 months ago when it happened. So if you put money in, like let's say 6 months ago, that money is still earning right now. But if you put in new money, new coins into Celsius, it won't earn you anything. So if you're a US investor and you're non-accredited and you put recently money into Celsius that's not making you any money anyway, might be a great idea to remove it, because anyway it's not making you anything. So you may as well just remove your money and maybe take some risk off the table. The last thing that they did recently, which is kind of interesting, and I'm sure that this is going to do well. So they just created some new thing. It's called swap. And actually, it's pretty interesting. You can swap different coins. And basically, you go from one coin to another. It's very easy. They say 0 fees. So if you are swapping from, let's say you have some Litecoins and you want to make them Bitcoins, you can swap directly without having to sell the Litecoin to USDT and then use the USDT to buy Bitcoin. So you can do swapping, which was something people requested. So it's not really like an exchange, a true exchange. You can buy mainly using stable coins. You're buying different coins. Here, it's slightly different mechanism. You're doing a swap. So you're swapping some of your coins, and they have, you know, I don't know if they do the whole list here, but you can swap a lot of different coins. I mean, and it's in beta right now, so they're trying to make it better and better by adding more and more coins. But that's an interesting concept, and it could save you some money, because up until now, what you had to do is, if you wanted to, let's say, swap your Litecoins for Bitcoins and still have it stake on Celsius, you would have to send those coins out of Celsius onto an exchange like Binance or Qcoin or Coinbase, you know, convert them to USDT, then USDT to Bitcoin, and then send the Bitcoins back into your Celsius account so they start making money. So here you can do it instantly on the platform. I think this is great. The other thing that's coming up, I think in July, they're coming up with their credit card. So you'll be able to use the Celsius credit card to make purchases. And you can earn some rewards and things like that. So they have some cool things coming up, but yeah, a lot of fear out there. So is it completely true? I mean, there is a great interview of Alex Magensky on YouTube where he talks about all the different dangers, and that it's mainly FUD that people are trying to do against Celsius, because of course it's always great for the competitors if they could get all the money that's parked on Celsius onto their platform. So difficult to know, but as a precaution, I would say probably, you know, especially if you have a lot of money on Celsius, might be a good idea to lower that number, lower the risk some, so that you're not completely exposed to just Celsius. So that's pretty much our take on this thing today. Like I said, I'm not completely leaving Celsius. I left mainly my synthetics coins and a few others, but I definitely lowered the number that I had on Celsius. I divided by 3 roughly. Any comments, feedback, Colton?
Yeah, I mean, from my side, I just wanted to let people know that, you know, I use Celsius. That was my main wallet. As of an hour ago, it's 7:50 here in Houston. I got my rewards this morning. I have done what Boris has said. You know, I only have, I believe, 3 coins left in Celsius. I have made a switch. But like Boris has said multiple times in videos before, don't put all your eggs in one basket. It's never good anyway. So, you know, split your, you know, do your research, go on Discord, go on their websites, see what the best rates are, and go that way. But, you know, don't be discouraged. I agree with Boris. When there's smoke, there is fire. But, you know, Celsius is very big. I don't see them, you know, taking, you know, a big of hit as Terra Luna did. But, you know, that's it from my side. I mean, I got my rewards this morning. I got them last week. They're still coming in. But, you know, they have dropped some. I will be honest with you guys. You know, them like when I first started about 1.5 years ago, I was probably making $4, $5, $6 per reward, you know, that came in each week. You know, I'm almost under $1 right now. But again, I have less coins in there. I've made some switches. But that's pretty much it from my side, Boris, for today.
Okay, very good. Well, be safe out there. Remember, crypto is always, you know, could be risky. There's a lot of risk in crypto. And even those who say, no, me, I don't put anything on any staking platform. I keep them all in my wallet, Ledger, Treasure, whatever. There's a lot of wallets out there, you know, with a key, USB key, all that kind of stuff. But then if they lose that key, or if they lose the password to that key and the seed phrase, which allows you to recoup the wallet or whatever, it's happened also a lot. So there's never anything that's 100% bulletproof out there, unfortunately. So always risks.
You're taking a risk. Yep, you're taking a risk no matter what.
If you don't want any risk, then sell all your cryptos and go into, you know, a savings account. And even that could have, a problem one day if the bank you put that money into a savings account, you know, if that bank goes down or if something bad happens to that bank. So realistically, you know, there's never anything that's completely safe. You know, but spreading the risk around, you know, at least if something goes bad, you don't lose it all. Some people have lost it all with Terra Luna because they had put everything in Terra Luna. So that's sometimes the danger of being involved in only one single product. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Colton. We'll look forward to see you on the next Kryptonite video. I hope this video helps. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel, and if you like the video at the end, click on the thumbs up.